for it.
Let's do it.
Okay, we are live.
We're live. Woo!
Right? Teachers.
Can you see us
Back
on
at it.
Hudson?
Not yet.
On YouTube? You can.
Not yet.
It's a
Can you
7-second live.
Hear us?
It says we're live.
Yeah.
Yeah, can everyone hear us? If anyone's there. Can you
I got it. Yeah.
We got
Can
confirmation.
you hear us though, sir?
Yeah.
You can hear us on
Yeah.
there?
Does he have his headphones on?
Do you have your headphones on?
No.
Well, you can hear us in the room,
Okay.
No, I can hear you from
Middle school, right here. Classic example.
knows what he's talking about. He's like,
I'm not an idiot.
Oh,
Okay,
my
all
God.
right. Well, hello, everyone.
Ready?
Happy summer.
I know.
Yes.
Summer break.
is it a break?
Well, okay, so let's talk about that for a minute because I was saying summer break the other day. I was telling this to Allie. My son was there. I am still on the hunt for a job. And
Wait, I don't think they know.
okay,
So none of us are going back to the school where we all met from.
correct. We have all left.
Where we all met
And
from. That's not even
that-
English. Where we all met.
That is where we met. I'm still on the hunt for a job. And so I was saying something about being on summer break. And so
Turn down your volume, hon.
I don't remember if it was my son or my husband, and they're like, if you're unemployed, are you allowed to call it summer break? And the other one says, the old Friends line, we were on a break. And yeah, and then my other son quipped it, and he's like, no. He's like, you're just unemployed now. And I was like, so I can't call it summer.
Well,
so at home,
technically, you're on summer break until, when is the last
Yeah.
check at the 25th, right?
Yeah.
So you're on
Yeah.
summer break.
so
till then.
I just kind of walk around joking that I'm unemployed, and so I've got the rest of my life off. So I am actively interviewing. I've got a lot of great prospects, and so I'm waiting for the right thing to come
You
along.
really are.
I'm
You
trying
really-
to. I want what I want.
Well, and
If
Zoe.
not, my hubby will take care of
He
me.
will. Zoe got her dream job, so
Yeah.
we're super
I
excited.
know, and
I have a job, but I am not saying where.
Yeah.
And
but
we will
it's
discuss that later.
It's exciting, and it's kind of
It's-
your dream job too.
It is. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm
It
like,
is.
moving
It is.
on,
It is
bigger and better.
much bigger and better for all of us.
Yeah. I left for my very own reasons. I know assumptions will be made and have been made, but I left.
She did not leave because of me or Zoe.
No,
Just in case anyone is wondering.
Yeah, I
out
have
there.
my own reasons. I really like it. It was really hard to make the decisions because I love my kids and my family
They're the best.
so much. Breaking up is hard to do, guys. I mean, I feel like we need that song playing in the background, but I think the hardest thing for me about the prospect of finding a new job, the excitement is connecting with new families, but I feel like I'm almost in mourning over my students. You know, I had one school close. I'm still in contact with so many of those kids and families. And I know I'm going to stay in contact with so many kids and families here
Absolutely.
too, but like, you fall in love with your kids in a way of like that respect of like the rapport you build with them. You put so much time into them, and it's not just academics. You build.
Well, and not only with kids and their parents, like our team. I mean, it's family.
Yeah.
Like we still text each other, all of our group
Mhm.
every day, and like it's very hard to find a team that is as tight as we. And
Yeah.
that was your first job,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yep. I landed myself in a really good spot. I mean, I had the most amazing team ever. I was like, I can't believe this is how this happened.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, it's only 2 years, and
Yeah.
we're already kind of splitting ways and everything, but I know that we're all going to still stay in contact. So
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
evident. Yeah.
that's like
obviously.
I mean, I think we've seen each other 2 times in 2 days.
I mean, there's jokes we've made these memes ourselves. Is the classic joke is, you know, the fresh out of college young kid becomes besties with the people that
With
are
the
nearly
old-
ready to be grandmas. You know, it's just like this whole, you know, this age gap, but like it works. And it's like, you know, the daughter, the little sister, the old lady, it works.
You are hilarious. Well, but honestly, like, we've been in education a long friggin' time. I would have never assumed that you were, or known, not knowing you, that you, like, just meeting you for the first time when, over 2 years ago, that you were a first year teacher. Like,
Yeah.
no signs. Like, there was no
Yeah.
struggle. Like, it was just so evident that, like,
Yeah.
that's what you were meant to do.
Yeah.
And, like, I think no matter where you were and where you landed, like, you were going to fulfill that and give it and I mean, like, you were planning a freaking wedding your first year.
Yeah. That's
You know,
right.
your son is at our school, like, or at our old school, but, like, you got a lot of shit on your plate, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
And there's definitely a learning curve.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's a learning curve.
Yeah.
But, like, I've worked with many new teachers, and there are teachers that I'm like, you can lead a horse to water,
yeah.
but you can't make
yeah.
it. I mean, it's just, no. I mean, you came in with such strong head knowledge and knowing what you wanted that everything else that had that learning curve, it fell into place. But a lot of young teachers, some I've worked with, are 100% resistance to help or asking, like,
Like,
hey,
they're like, no, I'll
this-
do it my
this-
way.
this isn't
Yeah.
going well for me.
I
Like,
don't
what
know how
can
to
I
do
do?
this.
And it's like,
Right.
or it's like, how come I've asked them 50,000 times to be quiet and you just walk in the room? I'm like, well, that's something you have to command from them.
Yeah.
And you did right
Yeah,
from the get-go.
Absolutely. It wasn't like there was no learning curve. Like, yeah, you nailed it. And honestly, like,
She's an old soul.
yeah, and it wasn't like, I mean, we had cheddar boxes, like,
Oh, yeah.
they were, you know, and they wanted to do their own thing, which whatever, it's
Did
middle
we?
school.
It wasn't even some. I think this year it was like, there were very few that were not.
That's how y'all split those class lists up.
Yeah, that
We
was
love
not, that not, oh boy, yes. Next year, we did our darndest
We did.
because, y'all, making class lists for the next year are no joke.
Well,
Splitting kids
and there's
can
only
be tricky.
2 ways it could go.
Yeah.
If you wanted it to work out,
It's a
there'd be
small
6
school.
ways.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
There
About
needs to be more classrooms.
right? The thing about working in a small school is, yeah, there was only option A and option B, and you're trying to figure out, like, sometimes, you know, there's problems with kids, so you want them in A and B classes. Other times, they're just such good friends that nothing's getting done, so you want them in A and B classes.
For sure.
But then one of those A and B kids also can't be in a class with C, D, and E, and so it's
You're
a
like,
puzzle. It was a jigsaw puzzle. We did
Well,
the best we could.
The hormones and and they're, as
Yeah.
adults, we deal with mental health crap, but
Mhm.
these kids are too, and like
Yeah.
traumatic situations, and like it sucks because
Mhm.
we're their people.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Well, and I think we all, like, have some things that we like better than other. Like, for me, hands down, if I can do 7th grade, actually all middle school history, if I can only teach 1 grade, it would be, I love 7th graders. I love US, so a couple of my schools, 8th grade was US history. Every school does it different, but there is not any part of different types of social studies and history classes that I don't love to teach. Like, hands down, I'll do it all day. ELA is a high second. What's your
I
top
mean,
choice?
obviously ELA, like I mean but now anything,
Right? Well, and then
I'm amazing at anything.
yeah, so and then what's your top? How does your order go?
Math, science, and then if I had to, if like I wasn't able to teach either one of those, I would go ELA. I'm not
Yeah,
history,
but
like history's at the bottom.
You did
Yeah.
coding and science Olympians.
Olympiad.
Yeah.
So like that's your forte. Like,
oh yeah, all
you
the science,
rocked
techie,
that.
anything engineering wise.
Yeah.
Like I did 3 years of college for that, you know. So
Yeah.
We're like, Zoe, our smart board's not working. Like, can you do
She's
something?
our techie
one of the
guru.
12 options, right?
She's like, why?
That's
Why is this chord so long? Stephanie, why do you have 87 chords left? And then she'd come back and be like, who the heck?
Because they told me when I moved in, they said I had to hook him from the wall in the back corner. That's what they told me. And then the smart board is like 25 feet away from this, and they give you a 10-foot cord. And I was like, who set this up? So I had to go buy my own cords.
That was literally
And then,
one of the funniest parts when
and
you
then-
weren't there.
And then I am in love. You know, I loved our tech guy was at my last
Oh,
two
yeah,
schools.
he's
I
good.
love him. He walks in. He goes, "Listen, I've attempted to help. It's out of my hands." And so I was like, "That's it. I'm buying my own cords," and I did. And so for me, what happened was, and I think it's because what I projected from, I used one of my really old Chromebooks.
Yeah,
So I did
yeah.
have to use the one I'm teaching off of.
Yeah.
But because it's so old, there were tricks. If you didn't pull out that stupid USB cord before you closed the lid, it would error it out. And when you opened it, it would be black screen. So you would have to restart
We
the
did
computer.
the black screen, remember?
Uh-huh.
We had
You
like
had-
6
you
people
had
in there one
Restart the
day.
computer. And I was like,
It's like getting in an old car where you're like, yeah, you just have to do this
Yeah.
first before you can
Like
start.
rigid. Just
I
rigid.
drove- I drove an 82 Subaru hatchback for a long time. I babied that. I was showing my kids a stupid meme of like how we used to start our car when it wasn't starting, and you would push it.
Screwdriver.
No, you would run beside it, and you pop the clutch, and the motor would start to go. Yeah, you would push it.
The kids probably are like,
You pop the clutch. When you pop the clutch, your engine starts. You never had to do that. Did you drive a stick?
No, but Shane did when we were, because
I am slightly older than her.
But none of my parents were. First of all, my dad was. I mean, I'm just going to say this. He would have been down the hall from our classroom. Like, if you know what class I'm referring to.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just different times. But I'm
is.
so glad that the fact that we all are able to maintain like these close relationships, even though we're all going to be at different sites. Now I wonder, so I'm not saying the word. Yeah, I do, you know, I would like to talk about the importance of administrative support and non-administrative support. Like
Okay.
what in your perfect world? Because I'm just going to say, I did not feel that support where we came from.
I follow a lot of teacher groups. Some are comedians, some are like, I follow quite a few because it's nice to see that shared camaraderie of things that you go through. And I'm like, oh my golly, look at that. And I was watching one today, and she's like, teachers don't quit schools and jobs. They quit principals and admins.
That I've seen that. I have seen
That's
that.
100% because it makes or breaks the job.
Yeah.
The feeling that you come with, and for us, we've had experiences in multiple schools, and this was your first school.
yeah.
And I swear not all schools are like,
I
well, you know where
teaching,
you're going.
you know.
Yeah.
And I've already had experience at
Amazing.
the place that I'm going.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, for me, in a perfect world, like, yeah, I'm getting, you know, like, the check-ins, like, how you doing? Do you need any help? Kind of thing. I don't want to be necessarily micromanaged, though.
Or berated.
Or
Yeah.
graded. Like, and you know what? If you need to talk to me about something and say, hey, I just don't think this is working out, like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Give me constructive feedback, but not like you need to fix this because it's a problem, right? Like, there's
Or
a
hijack
difference
the
in
conversation.
Yeah.
Like you call down for help, and all of a sudden it becomes a something that really wasn't you, but like somebody needs to take the end of it, and it becomes this turn conversation where things that are really important don't get taken care of, and then things escalate because it doesn't get handled in a timely fashion, and that's frustrating.
Well, and I think in order to, and I've had this conversation with lots of admin, like, your teachers, I mean, we know how to teach. Like, and we know our kids better than any of the admin team, whether they've been with them for, 5 or 6 years. Like, we just have different rapports with them. So
Yeah.
to like speak to us like,
Mhm.
well, no, you can't do this or this or this, or like your kids can't come talk to you about that. Like, I will never turn a student away
Yeah.
that needs me. Like, and I know you guys are
Yeah.
the same way. And I do think that was one of the great things about our team is that the kids knew
Yeah.
how tight we all were. So they felt very comfortable going to any of us about anything.
And if it was something big, okay, kids knew, I would, reach out to the parents. Like, I had no problem talking to parents either. And kids knew sometimes they just wanted help with that conversation with their parents. And it wasn't, I didn't feel comfortable moving it on in the system where we were at. Like,
what do you mean? Wait, explain that. a
like
little
if
more.
I had a student that was having some mental health issues and that student needed help, I felt it when I passed it on, there was zero help.
Yeah, that it was brushed
The
aside.
help wasn't there. It was like that's not really this, or oh, they always get like that. And it's like it doesn't matter. Like, if I know this kid, and right now I feel like in the moment this kid feels like they're in a big situation, it doesn't honestly matter what's gone on prior. We need to deal with right now in the moment. And you know what? And if it's not really great, then it's not really. But they know I'm there. The support is there. And, that's a conversation with family like, hey, I just want you to know that this came up. And I'm honest with kids too.
Yeah.
I do tell kids like if it's something bigger, like if I feel like I need to reach out to your parents, I'm going to do that too, because it's
But they know you care
Yeah,
by doing that.
100%.
I think a lot of the times I struggled with like passing something off because I didn't want the kids to be disappointed. Like they came
Yeah.
to me and
Feel like you passed things
Well, no, I don't mean like passing, but like move it up the ladder or whatever. Because there were times where somebody would say like, "Hey, I really could use your help with this," and I was like, "Okay, like I don't, maybe I'm not the best resource. I'm here to listen to you, and here's what I'm supposed to do."
Mhm.
And then I would do that, and then it just
Yeah.
fell through, and I got nothing after that. And then the kids, I felt like
Well, and the kids
We
voiced
did
it like,
we
we
did
don't
report. I
feel-
mean, we're mandated report. We did report up the change, but we
oh,
also
for
didn't
legal
just
reasons.
we didn't
yeah.
just like walk away from it. Like, we continued
Or tell the
to
kids they were lying
support
about
the
things.
kids. Yeah.
I mean,
Or I reach out to the parents and just say, hey, this happened today. I just wanted to give you a heads up because, they might need to chat with somebody at home or.
and what message are we sending if you are an administrator when you're calling kids liars and you're not validating valid feelings or situations that these kids are going through? Like,
Yeah.
it's just very, and they think, oh, the next day the kid will move on. Well, if you know our
Yeah.
kids, no, they are going to hyper focus and catastrophize, word I've learned in therapy, everything. Like,
Yeah.
they really, but valid, like,
Yeah.
totally in the right. Like, they're in the right.
But and yes, a lot of, we're no school. There's drama. There's a lot of attention seeking
Yeah.
conversations that happen because they want that attention. But I also have kids that need Band-Aids every day. And I have kids that want to stand in front of the classroom and turn around and yell things out to see if they can get kids to laugh. It's, each kid, I think, has their own way of seeking attention or working almost too hard to not get attention, that you're also cueing in on that. It's
Right.
just when those changes come up, and you know what, whether it's valid or it's a story, we're going to know and we're going to work through it. But that kid also needs to know, like, hey, we've got you.
Yeah, and we're not going to pass this off. I'm going to give you an example. One of our 8th graders who you guys had in 7th last year, you'll know who I am when I start talking, or who he is. Amazing. Like, love this child. Like, literally, we all would take him home. Although he does have a great family.
I'm pretty sure. I know what you're
So
talking about.
he would stay after. I had him in one class like later in the day, and he stayed after one day, and I was like, dude, what's up? Like, I know something's up, and just tears started falling. And he was talking about another student who was racially like coming after this kid, and I mean that he'd been doing it for a while, and I will say admin was prior to this. They knew of this other kid who was doing it. And it was kind of like a slap on the wrist. And even this student who was crying, and admin did come in and talk and like he'd take notes or whatever. But like on the last day of school, he was like, they never followed up. Nothing happened. They never, like, you guys all reached out to my parents. None of that. And that hurt him because he was like, if I'm being vulnerable and crying in front of adults, which is not an easy thing. And he is not like
And he's not a crier.
Tough
no,
kid.
very like tough. Yeah. Way tougher than I am. I can tell you that. So like, I just think that type of leadership, the kids need to know
Unfortunately,
that
we
you're
end up
safe.
seeing these kids taking care of their own problems in unhealthy ways because
Yeah.
they don't feel like it got dealt with, right? And there is one part of, you can't always go back to a kid and tell them what the outcome for somebody else was, but kids can tell because either there's behavior change or there's not. They know like, oh, this has been taken care of, or eyes are watching, or there's something. But when nothing happens, or things are talked away or whatnot, that's the kids feel like it's a slap in the face.
Yeah,
and they really want to know that we can't solve everything. We're not going to solve all the world's problems. We can't.
No,
make kids
but
that are
I think
always that way.
they do need to be validated.
yeah.
But they need to be heard, and there has to be that support in place.
Well, and I think both teachers and students are looking for accountability being taken by the people who are doing these
I would
things.
agree.
And I think that one of the biggest fall throughs I see, like even on social media, that
Yes,
teachers talk
yes.
about, principals and admin, like if people talk about, is the fact that a lot of administrations don't hold kids accountable for their actions at this point.
Absolutely.
And that's like huge. It's huge for your community. It's huge for your teachers. It's huge for your students. Like it's a big deal to let things slide because if it happens, it's going to keep happening.
Yeah.
And we saw it.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah.
And what are we, there was another situation, like, how many times have we, and you have daughters, you will have a daughter, I'm sure, at some point right now, you have a son, but we want our young ladies to learn to speak up and advocate for themselves and things like that.
Mhm.
And what was I told? I was leading the
Pack.
parent, what?
Brigade or something.
The brigade. When I hadn't even talked to the parents, just FYI.
Right.
But things are happening to these children, and it was at school, and it's just being like, oh, well, that was misunderstood, or that didn't really happen. And it's like, well, in 10 years from now, if God forbid something else happens to them,
Yeah.
do you think they're going to speak up? What are we teaching them?
Right.
And
that's in any situation. Like if you're in class and you've got somebody that's constantly disruptive, constantly off task or something like that, you want the other kids to be able to say, hey, like we're trying to learn and get through a lesson. We don't want homework. Can you please just stop or be quiet? And we have those kids that'll speak up, like that. And to me, it is such a strong leadership quality to, in a respectful way, to stand up for what's right. And whether you're advocating for yourself, you're advocating for something that you saw
I
or
agree.
you witnessed,
I
or just
agree.
somebody that's always getting picked on. Like being able to find your voice in that way is such an
And at that
extremely
age.
mature response. And when we back that down, and it's not like somebody who's like a tattletale or like, always coming and
Or
saying,
like
I
yelling
agree
at
with this.
somebody else.
But yeah, just
right,
like in a
right,
strong way.
right.
that has to be validated too, because those are the leaders we want in the community, in the world, those that see something that shouldn't be happening, that stand up and say, hey, this isn't right, and we got to stop and make a change. And when that's ignored and told, nope, you didn't see what you think you saw, you didn't see. And we continue
Or what
to do
you
that.
think happened didn't happen.
Yeah, those people quit speaking up.
And I think it's because the admin are afraid of the backlash from other
Parents.
legally.
Mhm.
But I'm like, but what about these kids and parents? Like,
Yeah.
you could see how upset they were. And I will say a lot of the incidents happened when I was out on my medical leave, but like, I still know, I believe my kids.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely do. So
Yeah.
it's so hard.
Well, and with any conflict, you're never going to end it with somebody, with everybody happy, right? Like, there's always going to be some, frustration by somebody, but,
Right.
just having the chance to sit down and say, look, this is what this student's saying, and, there are, however many others to back up that claim,
Mhm.
or, whatever the situation happens to be, sitting down and going through that and, having a serious talk about that stuff, even if there's, you're like, okay, well, we don't see anything here, we have cameras, we don't see anything on the cameras, whatever. I think there still needs to be some follow-up through that of, a communication with the students of, this is unacceptable behavior, regardless of whether you have done it, you haven't done it, it should not be happening at our school. And here are the consequences that will happen should this behavior happen.
That's a great example. How do you feel the consequence system was?
Confusing.
I mean,
Confused. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
we had someone at the beginning of the year who set the
Yeah.
precedence for
Right.
new consequences, and parents told me at parent conferences that they felt
Yeah.
it was things were starting
It's
to
a lot
look
of
up
feedback
and
we
change.
got.
Yeah.
But then
Well,
that didn't.
the hard thing is when we have this, whether it's somebody did something to somebody or something happened, when those consequence steps aren't followed, because we were given a program for in our classroom, right?
Yeah.
And we want you guys to do A, B, C, and it could include detention. We had something that we but when there wasn't the further things, when things got through there, the problem is it started affecting academics.
Yeah.
Because
so many kids on clipboards that we had to monitor
Every day.
inside by
Every
ourselves
day.
because of
oh my gosh,
I remember that.
these kids know how much I freaking love them, but at the
Oh
same
my
time,
God, they are great kids.
my goal is 7th graders is to help them to understand when do you rein it in and when do you don't, because in high school they got to be able to do this, especially if they struggle with academics, they have to know when it's important to listen, and when they're hijacking class time and it's affecting the learning of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're to the point where we bend over backwards so far for one kid, or so far for a parent, or so far that, the other 30 kids in class are suffering, because of the one, and it's not fair. It's like we moved so far from, one system where kids that needed help weren't getting help, to somebody who might have extra behaviors or whatever. Everything's shifted so far that now you've got 29 kids that are suffering.
Right.
Because of the behavior of one, and that one, when there's not the follow through, they know they can keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, because there's not a bigger there's not a bigger outcome.
Well, and Chad, who subbed for one of our teachers this year, that is what he said. He was like, so much attention is being taken away from my child, or with the behaviors that and not being dealt with. So it's like a vicious cycle that they're being punished because academic time is being pulled away from them. Okay, real quick, I need to pause.
Yeah.
I believe this is Seth. So hi, everyone say hi to Seth. Hudson is good. He's over there running our YouTube chat. And I miss you, dude. Oh, he's excited. He's saying hi.
I miss you.
We miss you. And Dixie. What's up, Dixie? You know we love you. I don't know who these other people. Oh, Frankie's on here, and I don't know who these other. I don't know who Gunither is. Does anyone who know who Gunither is? Who is it?
Oh, wait. Is that not Joe?
Gunither?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Is that $30 to super chat? What is that?
But I don't know what that means either.
Wait, what?
What's super
Super
chat?
chat.
That's $30. I mean, you 100% can send us money anytime. Again, I'm unemployed
Did we
right
just
now.
make money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
And if you have hot tips on how to help us monetize, we are trying to figure out how to move to the next
We
step.
each just made $10. Look at us. Look at us.
I know.
That's math.
Because again, I'm unemployed. Witherspoon's
It is
doing
that
math.
Corbin?
We're doing big things.
Corbin.
I have no
Who's
idea
Corbin?
who Corbin is.
Do you want to say hi to everyone? Say hi to the world. Say hi.
Say
Mwah.
hi, Hudson.
All right, go over to the YouTube channel. Unless you want to talk
He's
to us
our new
about it.
So
recruit.
used to go to our school.
Corbin?
Must have been before us.
Before our time. Before. Hi, look, we miss you too, Dixie.
Yes.
Everyone's saying hi.
I know.
Okay, so now that we are officially all moving on, do you guys have any specific questions for us? And if we can answer them, we will. There are
Yeah.
still things
There's some things we can't talk about
for like another month.
for now. Yeah, and any teaching jobs, if you know the area we're in, which we're not going to say it, but if you know the area we're in and you know of any middle school jobs, throw them my way. Two broke teachers and a mic at gmail.com. Or if you have any questions, have a story you want us to tell,
Well, they
Yeah.
want to know from everyone, why did you leave Mo?
Yeah.
I'm like, I can give a pretty.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
too.
for I don't know. There were just things that happened that just made me feel like I wasn't who I wanted to be. I wasn't who I am. Like I don't know it.
But it was okay because someone did make a comment, and I think you do need to reiterate, as we all should, that it had nothing to do with the kids and had nothing to do with
no.
the families or
No.
our team.
And I'm going to be honest, I didn't even get to say goodbye to the kids and families because I didn't make my decision till the week after school got out. But I loved our middle school team, the kids and families.
Oh my God, the
Please,
best.
please. We are at some point going to try to figure out like a park day or a water park or just we want to see you guys. Like I could nearly cry right now. I know I feel really emotional because I'm going to miss the kids and families like so much. It was
I
a
told
really
you
hard
guys.
decision.
I need to be invited to your graduations and whatever
Yeah.
other events. Like,
We
or
love
you play.
events.
Yeah, you play.
Oh, and
yeah.
shout out. Thank you. Carly, hopefully I can
And
name drop.
so-
Thank you so much for the softball schedule.
And
Uh,
so for the volleyball
And Sophie
schedule,
for your volleyball schedule. We're going to try to make what we can. We do still have some like little vacations and different things coming in, but as it comes into fall, we want to come to your sports and your dance recitals and different things. Like, keep inviting us.
Yes, please.
But yeah, so
why
why
did you leave our school?
Well, honestly, a big chunk of it for me was like just personally driven. I have a lot going on in the background of my life. I kind of talked to the kids about it a little bit. You know, I've got my son, who's my stepson, and we share custody, and
he is the
yeah,
cutest.
but like that's a whole situation, and like getting him moved around and everything. We want stability for him, but we're moving a little bit away from the city that I taught in, and so I wanted to get a little bit closer to the where I'm moving to.
And
But
the
also,
killer job that you
yes,
did.
but also, realistically, like I'm getting my master's degree because I want to go teach calculus in high school at some point. Like that is my dream job. I love teaching 7th grade algebra. It has been like amazing. I didn't think like middle school was going to be a sweet spot for me, and everyone was like 7th grade, ooh, and I was like, no, this is fantastic. I actually like love this. But I do at some point want to just kind of advance to the point of being able to teach that class, because as a high schooler, I went through it and just didn't love how, I don't know, like just being a woman in, you know, STEM education in general has always just kind of been like, oh, you don't really belong here or whatever. And so going through that and having all these male teachers that kind of like look down on me, and I didn't love that. So I want to be that person. I want to be there
Well,
to
you
show
proved
the
everyone
girls.
wrong.
Yeah, and I want to show the girls like you can absolutely do this, and I want to help the kids who are trying to get somewhere with it. You know, you want to go do engineering or you want to get a doctorate or whatever. Like I really want to be there for that. But yeah, so overall that's my goal, and really kind of hard to do that and get the experience that I need working in a small charter that's K through 8. So moving to a public school makes things a lot easier, and moving to a district as big as the one that I'm going to is going to make that even easier. Plus it's like the coveted district. So, you know, just kind of like landed myself in a sweet spot there.
You did.
Yeah. And I've gotten to meet and kind of work alongside a lot of the people that I'll be with next year. And so far it's been a really great experience, and I'm really happy that I chose that.
And we're so happy for her.
Well, and I will dissuade rumors that I saw on Facebook that I left because they left, and another friend of ours left. Most of the middle school team left, but that it is not why I left. I actually had a really hard time, even though I knew I needed to leave. I was just going to just stay where I wasn't overly happy, and my husband's like, I need you to leave. And
Yeah.
I mean, I think he could just I think I just, in a way, I felt like I was disappearing a little bit and stuff. And he saw that, and he's like, you gotta be done. You gotta find something else. And
obviously for you, and probably you as well, just like either way, that decision for me to leave was just like, heartbreaking, honestly.
Heartbreaking.
Like I'm very excited about the potential that I have at the new place.
but we did it for ourselves.
But yeah, it was just really kind of like, dang,
Mhm.
man, like I love these kids, I love these families. This was my first job as a teacher, so just leaving that behind is it's difficult.
Yeah. I mean, that's the takeaway I'm going to have.
Yeah.
Is the best friends.
That's
like
what we
family,
got.
And some of the best
kids
students
and
and families I've
that are
ever
like our
worked
own.
with.
Yeah.
So I left our school because in Idaho, your contract is year to year. Like it's not. So
So it's stressful every year, knowing
It is.
whether you're going to get a new contract.
it's like walking on eggshells, and it had nothing. 100%. I can even put up my evaluations. It had nothing to do with my teaching. My test scores were amazing. Nothing to do with that. It was it 100% is the fact that they higher ups think that I'm not a yes person. None of us are yes people. Like, not that we won't, like, we'll always listen and be respectful, but when it comes to our
and
kids,
jump in and volunteer.
I mean, we were at every event on weekends, but I think they were surprised that I did not cry or beg or ask for any, because they have done that to teachers where they've let them go, and they have cried and begged and come back. But that is not me. And that is not, I don't want to be at a school where, and it's not the kids or the parents, where
You're not wanted.
no. And they always thought I was gunning for their job, which no, I must have been for,
I've been wearing for 2 years, and
Yeah.
from the beginning
No.
of that, you were like, I do not want to
no.
Nope.
And I was literally told after a write-up or something, the person who did it, came and was like, I'm going to help you. Like, I want to work with you, to make sure you're successful. And like you all know, I was in Compton for 20 years. And the kids, amazing, admin, amazing, teachers, amazing. And she said, I don't think you were ever taught how to communicate effectively with people from being in Compton for so long. And I was like, girl, what? Like, I feel like I communicate pretty effectively. Like, I leave no gray area. And I think that's where the issues stem. Like, I mean, I say what's on
You're
my
very
mind.
direct.
I am very direct because I don't want there to be any confusion in what I'm saying. Right. Exactly. Like, I just feel like if we're not doing what's best for the kids and we voice it and that's considered
But correct me if I'm wrong,
Right,
Because
right.
you had previous coworkers from here and Compton, ask about your change, and you had stated that, and they were like, "What?"
yeah,
They're
100%.
you're there's been so much validation that, and of course our validation that
Thanks to you guys.
are, that's something that was being projected onto you. That's not who you are. It's just, that's the story that was
Portrayed.
given.
And people are like, oh, you haven't heard the whole story about her. No, you have heard the whole story. And if you have any questions, like, I'm definitely here for it. Like,
Yeah,
I am going to advocate.
we've definitely been reading some stuff about us on Facebook.
It's so funny to see all these comments about
it's untrue.
like, the teachers and everything. I'm like, I don't even know who these people are that are posting about us. I mean, I don't think I'm usually included, but like when you use the term middle school teachers,
We are
that
all
includes
together.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we've always done a good job of like clearing things up.
As a dream, we would have all went to a new school together, but we don't. I mean, none of us are working together.
Yeah.
No, but we're still
We're still
talk
going to
every
be
day.
together. We're still going to be doing this. We would love for our other teachers to come whenever they want and join us.
Yeah.
But I think single bullet point, right? It's like, it just was not the best fit for any of us anymore.
Correct.
Yeah.
No, and that's what I'm saying. I think when they said, you're an amazing teacher, this, and this, but we're not going to renew your contract. I think part of that was like, I could breathe. Like, I don't need it to worry about anything. And also like being completely on the defensive, like being in trouble for calling the the Idaho State Department of Education to ask a question when none of the team that higher ups could answer it, and letting them know, okay, cool. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm going to seek clarity. And then being in trouble for that. Like, I'm following the letter of the law. Like, what's happening here?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's hard. It was a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah. But hands down, my load feels lighter. I feel happy.
Same.
I'm looking forward to what comes next. I don't know what's coming next for me. I haven't found exactly what is going to be best for me yet, but I'm also not in a place where I'm stressing over it either. Like, I'm happy with, the change. It took so much stress off my life that I'm able, like, to focus on projects that I had needed to get done, and I have put them off because I'm just so mentally drained when I come home from school that I can't even just get normal functioning things done because it feels like a chore.
Yeah.
And life it shouldn't feel like that.
I don't think it felt like that to us probably for the first year. Like, I think we all walked in and it didn't feel heavy.
We did lose friends our first year who did feel like that.
And they told us. And I think we had to experience it on our own.
Yeah.
And as crappy as that was,
and it's sad for the kids because there is high turnover rate because of it. And that's what I see on Facebook.
Oh.
Everybody's like, every year, high turnover rate, high turnover rate. And it is. And unfortunately, I think it's going to continue like that until, change.
It starts at the
change is
top.
made.
It starts at
Yeah.
the top. And it's just, here's another example. Every school has an HR department. Our HR
I
department
did.
was run by one of our bosses, which is a complete conflict of interest. But we were literally told, like, if we went and talked to this person, well, that's principal. She that
Like,
like
you have to go talk to this person. We're like, well, we can't because it's about that person. Well, I can't listen to you. I'm not going to talk to you about it. So we had nobody in our corner. And that's probably kind of what pushed it over the edge for me.
I think I'm kind of glad that people either didn't like me or just knew well enough to stay away from me that I didn't have to get.
I love you.
No, I got told I was intimidating by a lot of people. I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, I mean, I got RBF, but it was funny because the
It's okay. I'm the mean teacher because I like make kids get stuff.
But that's the thing. The kids are like, she's like, so nice though.
yeah,
I know.
exactly. The
I
kids
know.
love us.
I know. They always come in there like, we hear you're really mean. I'm like, Witherspoon told you that, didn't you? I'm like, no. But I do. I expect high rigor. I have high expectations.
But that's because we know the kids can rise to the
I know they
occasion.
can do it, and I know they can grow in spite of the fact a lot of times they don't think they can.
Yep.
And I get those results.
Yep.
But at the same time, like, okay, before we sign on, we are going to talk about I want each of us to say what is.
Okay, you are reminding me of a certain type of meeting that we had to go to.
I just
Wait.
realized we're almost at an hour.
Wait, is it going to be about what crayon? What do you?
No. I want to know. Okay, the last few days of school,
That was for you, Trish.
we did a lot of really fun things the last few days of school.
And
I want to know what's one thing that you did with the students that was like an end of the year highlight for you. Like core memories. Like what's something you did? You're just like, when I think back on the end of the year and the kids, like this is something that's going to come to mind.
I mean, honestly, it wasn't even really all of my 7th graders. It was a small group of kids with the Science Olympiad for me. Just
That was awesome. We went and watched, and that was awesome. For me, kind of funny.
Very cool.
Listen, my kids worked bell to bell, first day to last day. And I made them work. We had a half day last day. We cleared the tables, and I hooked up karaoke for an hour.
Awesome.
I went from like 25 kids to my room to almost 100 kids sitting in my room. We had the 6th graders wanted to come in.
The 6th graders.
We had both 7s. All of a sudden, I had all these 8th graders in there. And unfortunately, the karaoke list was so long, we didn't get to. I'm like, we should have started karaoke at 8:30 a.m. apparently, because we didn't actually think kids would go up and do it. But oh my golly, like these, like especially, I did expect girls to go up. Sometimes it can be really hard to get the boys. The boys were up there. They were jamming out, and a lot of it was songs I would have never pegged them for.
Yep.
I would have never realized. Like, okay, the highlight of all, other than you singing,
Let's talk about that.
Put that on video. I can post it.
yeah, was the boys that sang
Hey, there's a
See?
Taylor Delilah.
Look, one of the best parts was finding out how amazing Shelton was as singer.
I know.
Exactly.
It was. Seriously.
Exactly. We told you.
She was like, you should go on The Voice. I was
Yeah.
You should.
like my teaching career.
I know.
Back up, girl. Just back up.
Yeah. Okay. What was your favorite? What's something you did that?
We did, and you will know this because you came out in the hall because you were like, what is happening?
I did.
Was
I
our
know.
dance parties that the kids
Uh-huh.
requested. And I was like, okay, we can have let me see how long this song is. 3 minutes and 22-second
Uh-huh.
dance party. It was that. And then when I got back from my medical leave, just to catch up with the kids, we did a big circle in each class and just hearing, because a lot of them knew like why, I wasn't there, and just hearing like that a lot of them felt the same and were now comfortable to talk about it. and that we jumped right back into curriculum after that. It was just great. It was,
Yeah.
I was very lucky with both years of classes at that school
Mhm.
because not only were the parents amazing, the kids were freaking awesome.
Yeah. Classroom discussions with the kids were amazing. And a lot of times it started with a question that was that academic, and then you dig in and you dig in, and the kids start going deep, and these conversations happen that you're,
Mhm.
it's like sometimes you underestimate the kids and their thought
For
process.
sure.
And they get so deep, and their level of understanding, it's just phenomenal. And I just sit there, it's like the smile and this awe,
Yeah.
especially for us too. We get there in a lot of our Socratic seminars, and it's so amazing to see these kids have these discussions. And
Because,
I was in awe by these kids all the time. Oh, and Seth, one of my favorite memories is you and your ginormous pencil. I love
Seth,
the
just so
freaking
you
huge
know,
pencil. I want to blur his
is-
face out and post the video.
Did I sent it to you guys,
Yeah,
right?
and I have one from my classroom
You
too.
don't need to blur his face out.
He brought it to class. He's like,
So we do bell ringers in our class every morning, and Seth sat right in front. I'm like taking roll, and I look out, and Seth, who is
Yeah.
as big as a minute, but the personality of the entire room, I love him, has a pencil
Like
that's
this
big.
and he's writing.
He doesn't even look at me. He's just like,
Well,
and so I go over and I was like, so we're just going to pretend like this is normal. And he was like, what? I'm near my bell ringer.
yeah, that was funny.
But
that was a
actually,
good one.
my child did that at school because one of my parents is amazing
You got
and
that
3D
huge
printed
pencil.
an expo marker.
That's right. You took the
That
expo
right-
marker to
Yeah,
school.
my son took it in his backpack.
Yeah, it was like this big.
And she sends me a picture of him just like doing it as like acting
Yeah.
normal, just writing with
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. And
It was, oh, the other HUD's on. Hi,
nice.
monster. Kiss you.
Yeah. So it's those fun,
Oh my God.
unexpected things that happen that you're just like, you would like to look at them and be like, okay, let's get work. Or you're doing this and trying to tell because you're laughing in your shirt, or you're standing backwards. You're standing backwards because they know what they're doing is funny, and you're trying to like, it's almost like put on the mom face, but like you're trying so hard. So sometimes I have to turn
It's so
backwards
hard.
and take really deep breaths so they don't hear me laughing, and turn around with like that dead stare of disapproval because like, I mean, you had your moment.
Now
move
let
on.
it go. Now
Yeah.
let it go.
But like,
It's-
man, that's why I love middle school.
Oh
These
my
kids are funny.
God. They're so
I had some
funny.
kids that were like, "Are you gonna remember us?" And I was like, "How could I not?
How could I forget you? Seriously.
Well, I mean, we have our yearbooks.
Okay,
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
and you
Some of those
kids last year.
pictures-
Shout out to LL and RG because yes, I will remember you both forever.
That's so funny. Yeah, well,
yeah.
some of the kids signed my yearbook 2 or 3 times. They're like, oh, we thought more. Can we sign it again? I'm like, and here's the thing.
Thought more.
We packed my classroom so fast. I packed it. I didn't even get to read it.
I remember
So I was like,
either.
oh, that's going to be a fun surprise if I get a job.
You are going to get
If
a
I'm
job.
unemployed, I'm just going to go unpack it for my storage unit so I can see it.
That's
I'll
funny.
get mine in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Right?
Oh yeah, when you unpack your new class.
Do you want help unpacking your classroom?
Maybe.
I mean,
Awesome.
you also have another announcement. I mean, kind of.
Oh my god. Okay. Let's have this. Here we go. Did you just I love this. Expo marker. Bigger than my head.
So you take this part off. I know. I had so many parents that. Oh my god!
I know, this
made
is
so
cool.
many 3D things.
I know.
This.
Yeah. Jeremy and Lisa, if you're watching, I need this expo marker. Dixie
So
Snow,
watch
if you can make
this.
this, I need this expo marker.
Oh no! I forgot to do the other part. Wait, did I? I do it like this.
You have to, but yeah.
Like that, yeah. And then you put it back on like that. And then you actually
Right with it.
write with it.
Yeah, this is smaller than Seth's pencil.
It is smaller than Seth's pencil,
Yeah.
but
Fantastic.
it's pretty. I feel like this may work to my advantage. Like people are going to want to
I
do
think you
stuff
should
on the
use it
board
this
now.
year.
I'm going to.
100%. Yeah, I need
For
about
sure.
4 of those. I need one for all my basic colors. Well,
Yeah.
I might need it. We'll
Red,
see.
Green, black.
You are going to need it. You are going to need it. I can't believe you went and got
Awesome.
it. So
Okay,
funny.
if you're one of our previous students, I know I've got students from both of my old schools that watch. Guys, I'm old and my memory fades fast. Send us some stories you want us to tell. It just
Oh
takes-
my God.
it
We
takes
can
a
tell
little-
all the stories
Yeah,
now.
there's just like, it takes a little spark of a story to get us going and like, man, so send us some of those memories because honestly, there's so many funny ones. It's hard sometimes to remember them all.
Yeah, it's like
until
pulling it out of the hat.
something brings it up. Like this library,
Yeah.
it's
we
old.
we had like every day, like no matter what kind of day it was, we
There's
always
always
had a good
something.
laugh about something.
Always something. Every
Always.
single day.
Always. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's we want to hear from you guys, and
Yeah.
we're back up and running, and we'll continue doing these.
Yep.
And hopefully Zozo can be our perma guest, and we
Yeah.
can be 3 broke teachers.
I go to our Facebook channel, go to our Instagram channel, go to our TikTok channel, go to our YouTube channel. Share. We've been trying to post something every single day. Share, help us just get out there and, then maybe I don't need a job. I just,
People keep saying trying.
I know. So I know I need to feed my children. No, I'm kidding.
We're gonna put Sarah McLaughlin in.
Right? Oh my god, that's hilarious. Okay, hopefully we'll be back
We will
here
be.
within the next week. Maybe it might be in a couple days. It might be in a week. We're a little unscheduled right now, but we will really try to
We're enjoying.
we're gonna throw it out. Just when we're gonna do it, we'll put it out on the social media pages, so that you know, and that way you can hopefully join us.
Yeah.
So, and this time I was able to connect a Facebook event to
Dude,
it.
you did, by the way, the setup today. How fast was
Yeah,
that?
really fast.
I
Like,
dialed in. See what
Legit.
happens when I don't have a job? I can do other things.
hey, Stephanie, I'm going to tell you, no one's ever going to be able to replace you as a teacher from there.
Does anybody need assistance? She can do a lot of things.
You're going to get a job.
I will.
We're
I will.
all
I will.
I
I'm still
mean-
out there applying. I'm interviewing, and I'm looking for the right thing to come along. And I know the right thing's going to come along, and I'm trying to wait for that perfect thing. So,
And Frankie
Yeah.
says, and you're going to be amazing.
of course I will.
It'll be perfect.
Oh, and if not, if everybody wants to homeschool, yeah, pay me to teach your kids.
Actually, there's like 3 parents on here that wouldn't move right now.
Seriously.
Is that, do we get Percy for that?
I know. I am waiting to hear back I am waiting to hear back from an online school. So I'm,
That's exciting.
so I could teach your kids.
Sam said, yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I'll tell more when I know something. So
We will let you guys know. Well, I'm not. I'll announce later.
I'll just
way
follow Hudson
later.
to middle school. He wants somebody to come just hang out.
I said,
I could be fun. I could be a crack up
Hell
class.
no.
I know how to be a class clown.
Then you'll be
My
watched
God.
on all ends.
I know. He'll be like, no.
Hudson is going to be in middle school.
I know. He's starting the journey.
I know. And as we went to orientation, I was scared. Yeah, did get lost. Just a very large middle
And
school.
nervous. And he's
Oh my
like,
God.
chill out, Mom.
Yeah, he was like, I'm fine. I was
Chill
like,
out, Mom.
well, you better put some pep in your step if you only have 3 minutes to get from
I know. Yeah. Right?
So they all seem fine about it, though. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Awesome.
You want to be on camera? Is that what you're?
I'd say, heck yeah.
Say hi.
Well, I know. Say hi to our newest middle schooler. Okay. We love you guys. We miss you guys. If you are new to our channel, thank you so much for checking us out and signing. Yeah. all good things.
Come be guests on our show. We love having guests.
Yeah.
We do. We do.
Do.
And yeah, if you have any questions, shoot them our way. And yeah.
Okay, and just for the middle schoolers, because you guys hear this at the end of every YouTube video ever, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button.
Right? Like and share. Like, subscribe, and share.
And share. That's
Yeah.
what we need from you guys.
On all platforms so we can get our numbers up.
Yep. Which has been insane.
Actually, yeah. We're getting to where, yeah,
You're like 114 on YouTube.
well, our videos are getting,
For this one tonight.
yeah, when you're talking about, when you're talking,
Subscribers.
yeah, when you're talking about views, a lot of our things are getting anywhere between 1,500 to 10,000 views,
Wow.
and they're getting up there on different platforms, and because we
are delight.
there's got to be better ways to do this. We're not quite fancy. Some of the things we're uploading in different places, like new videos, then you have to go add it all together. And I know that there's something easier for that. I'm just not there yet. It's a learning
I got
curve.
you. It's summer. We
So-
can do it.
Exactly.
So
We have all summer.
and then hopefully we're going to also start going live on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at the same time we're doing this. So
Fun.
that's our next step, so people can catch us on TikTok.
We have a super fun TikTok coming up.
A few of them. We've been saving some for summer because that's something we were not allowed to do at our old school, and
Ooh,
so we're excited.
We're
to do
supposed to go
TikToks
live
now.
poolside. That's Trish. So
Ooh, Trish, tell us the day. Tell us the
you're not even
day.
in the state right now.
Oh man, but wait, her pool is.
You know what? Do you have a
Her
house?
pool is. Well, guess what? I mean, the pool's outside. We'll just go live there and just be like,
Trish,
hey,
I'm
we'll
just
just
out the
announce.
live. We may be at your house.
No, that's awesome. That would be great to do a poolside
That'd
live.
be so fun.
That would be
We'll
fun.
make Jackson make us lemonade.
Yeah.
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 We'll make the kids serve us.
Oh,
So-
yes. Little butler uniforms.
Yeah.
And we'll make Michaela's husband, Shane, be the pool boy again.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's like you're calling him cool boy. He's like, it's my day off.
And he's like, stop asking me questions.
Awesome. All right. Love you guys. Thank you.
Oh, Trish, yes,
Oh.
adult Capri Suns for sure. We need those. And
And a few kids ones.
kids Capri Suns. That will not be interchangeable.
All right.
Yeah. Well, we love you guys. We are gonna.
Do this more often. And Frankie, before summer's over, I would love for you to come join us again.
Yeah. When are you coming, Frankie?
Yeah.
You have a job. You just moved. It's
I know.
time to come back to. I know.
Come see us. We miss you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. You have a
Yeah.
room here. So
And Mandy, get you and your cute
Yeah.
kids Tushy down here. Let's go.
So,
I know.
Yeah. And
So-
Dixie, why don't you come be a guest on here?
I know. Yeah.
I know
She
you're
got
not at
some
work
stories
right
too.
now. Girl, you probably have more stories than we do. And
Right?
you can talk about it all.
I know. Seriously. All right. We will see you guys next time.
Peace out, guys.